Intro. Reclaim the strength of your youth. What if growing older didn't have to mean slowing down? Imagine hiking up scenic trails, playing your favorite sports, and staying independent well into your 90s, outperforming people half your age. Sounds far-fetched, right? But for a remarkable group of individuals known as super-agers, this is just everyday life. Here's the eye-opening truth. By the time we hit 80, the average person has lost up to 50% of their muscle mass compared to their younger selves. This condition, known as sarcopenia, impacts over 50 million older adults globally. And it's not just about weakness. Every year, more than 300,000 seniors hospitalized due to falls linked to this silent decline in muscle strength. The truth about muscle loss and how to reverse it. But here's the exciting part. According to the Journal of Physiology, this dramatic muscle loss isn't a guaranteed part of aging. In fact, research from places like the Mayo Clinic and Harvard Medical School shows that muscle strength can be restored even in your 70s or 80s. How? It comes down to a simple daily habit that has the power to turn back the clock on your body. This overlooked practice has been identified as one of the most effective ways to rebuild muscle. Yet 93% of older adults have never heard of it. Even more surprising, many healthcare professionals aren't talking about it. Stick with us because we're about to reveal this powerful strategy and how it could help you feel decades younger. Why doctors don't always get it right. It's worth noting, many doctors still give outdated advice about maintaining strength as we age. That's why it's so important to stay informed and take charge of your own health journey. We're going to walk you through one of the most commonly misunderstood habits, one that could be accelerating muscle loss without you even realizing it. Fixing it could mean the difference between staying active and independent, or relying on others for daily tasks. Habit number 8, the power of protein. Timing. Let's start with protein timing, a habit that's more important than most people realize. Sure, getting enough protein matters, but when you eat, it becomes even more critical as you age. As we get older, our bodies become less efficient at processing protein, a phenomenon called anabolic resistance. According to a study in the Journal of Nutrition, seniors who spread their protein intake evenly across meals build more muscle than those who load it all into one meal, which is super common. Here's what to aim for: about 25 to 30 grams of high-quality protein per meal. For breakfast, ditch the toast or sugary cereal. Instead, try options like eggs, Greek yogurt, or a protein smoothie. At lunch and dinner, go for lean meats, fish, dairy, or plant-based proteins like beans and lentils. The results are impressive. One 12-week study from the University of Texas showed that people who practiced this timing method gained 1.2 pounds of muscle without making any other lifestyle changes. Habit number 7. Harnessing hormetic stress. Believe it or not, you can build impressive strength well into your 80s if you're willing to challenge your body in the right way. That's where hormetic stressors come in. Have you ever wondered how some older adults seem to have boundless energy, strength, and vitality? What sets these super-agers apart is that they regularly embrace challenges that most would avoid, on purpose. Sound strange? Stick with us. These purposeful challenges are known as hormetic stressors, and while the term sounds complex, the idea is simple. When your body is exposed to small, controlled amounts of stress, it actually becomes stronger. It's like giving your muscles and cells a mini workout that boosts their resilience. In science, this concept is called hormesis, benefiting from low doses of something that would be harmful in high amounts. And yes, even people in their 80s can harness this power. The Buck Institute for Research on Aging has shown that short bursts of certain stressors can activate your body's defense systems, leading to stronger, more functional muscles, even helping cells repair themselves. Super Ager Strategy 1. Cold and heat exposure. Let's start with something easy but a little chilly. Temperature shifts. Superagers often use cold exposure to activate brown fat, boost mitochondria, your cell's energy engines, and stimulate a powerful hormone called adiponectin, which protects your muscles. A simple way to try this? Just end your daily shower with 30 to 60 seconds of cold water, or try a brief cold plunge. On the flip side, heat exposure, like relaxing in a sauna or taking a hot bath, activates heat shock proteins, which help repair damaged muscle cells and prevent breakdown. One Finnish study found that people who used the sauna 4 to 7 times a week had a 40% lower risk of muscle loss over 10 years. Now that's some toasty motivation. Super Ager Strategy 2. Time-restricted eating, intermittent fasting. Another powerful hormetic stressor. Time-restricted eating, often known as intermittent fasting, limiting your eating window to 8 to 10 hours a day triggers a process called autophagy, a cellular cleanup system that removes damaged parts and improves muscle quality. The Salk Institute found that this simple habit can improve mitochondrial function in muscle cells by up to 10% in just 12 weeks, even without weight loss. It's not about starving yourself, it's about giving your body time to repair, rebuild, and renew. Super Ager Strategy 3. Overcoming isometrics. The final strategy is all about strength training without movement, called overcoming isometrics. This might look like pushing against a wall or pulling on an immovable object with everything you've got for 5 to 10 seconds. These powerful, short bursts of effort send strong signals to your muscles, helping them maintain size and strength. And the best part? This method is joint-friendly, making it perfect for aging bodies. It's not about doing these stressors daily. They work best when they're brief and spaced out, giving your body enough time to recover and grow stronger. When done right, they even activate longevity genes like sirtuins and FOXOS, which help protect muscle tissue as we age. Start slow, listen to your body, and gradually build up your tolerance. The goal isn't to overwhelm your system, but to gently challenge it in ways that lead to long-term strength and resilience. Habit number 6. Power up with targeted micronutrients. Of course, while protein, carbs, and fats are important, micronutrients, those tiny but mighty vitamins and minerals, are often the missing puzzle piece when it comes to building and preserving muscle. One standout is magnesium. Called the overlooked electrolyte by researchers at the University of Vermont, magnesium is essential for over 300 functions in your body, including muscle contraction and repair. Yet more than 70% of older adults aren't getting enough. A 2021 study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that seniors with adequate magnesium levels had 30% better grip strength and mobility than those who were deficient. Foods like leafy greens, nuts, seeds, and even dark chocolate are great sources. And for those who supplement, forms like magnesium glycinate or magnesium threonate are particularly well absorbed. Let's talk about a few often overlooked nutrients that can make a huge difference in maintaining muscle, energy, and even brain power as we age. Creatine, not just for bodybuilders. You've probably heard of creatine in the context of gym goers and athletes, but here's the twist. It's just as powerful, if not more, for older adults. Studies show that older adults who take creatine see greater gains in muscle mass, strength, and even cognitive performance than those who only rely on strength training. Just 3 to 5 grams per day can help your muscles store more energy and stay hydrated at the cellular level, creating the perfect environment for strength and recovery. Vitamin B12, the silent energy saboteur. As we age, our stomachs produce less acid, making it harder to absorb vitamin B12, a nutrient critical for both muscle energy and nervous system health. Even more concerning, common medications like metformin and proton pump inhibitors for acid reflux can further drain your B12 levels. Superagers often choose methylcobalamin, the most active and bioavailable form of B12, over the cheaper version, cyanocobalamin, found in many basic multivitamins. The difference in absorption and effect can be night and day. Zinc, selenium, and chromium, tiny but mighty. These trace minerals may be needed in small amounts, but their impact on protein synthesis, insulin sensitivity, and overall muscle function is massive. A large-scale study from Tufts University found that seniors with adequate levels of these minerals retained up to 22% more muscle mass over 5 years compared to those with deficiencies. Rather than taking a generic multivitamin, many high-performing older adults get tested for micronutrient levels. This way, they can personalize their supplements and avoid wasting money on nutrients they don't need. Habit Ashad 5. Optimize your vitamin D levels. The muscle vitamin. Surprised? Vitamin D isn't just for bones, it's actually one of the most critical vitamins for muscle strength, balance, and even coordination. Yet over 80% of older adults aren't getting enough. And the consequences? Weakened muscles, poor balance, and higher fall risk. A Harvard study revealed that seniors with healthy vitamin D levels had 25% more muscle strength and performed significantly better in balance and reflex tests than those with low levels. Why most seniors need more than the standard dose? While the common advice is to take 600 IU a day, most experts now agree that older adults often need 2,000 to 4,000 IU daily to reach optimal blood levels, over 40 nanograms per milliliter. But it's not one size fits all. Getting a simple blood test can help you know what your body truly needs. And here's a crucial tip. Vitamin D works best when paired with vitamin K2. While vitamin D helps your body absorb calcium, K2 directs that calcium to the bones, not the arteries. Without enough K2, excess calcium may lead to artery hardening. K2 can be found in fermented foods like natto or cheese, and in supplements formulated to work with D3. Habit number 4. Lower chronic inflammation. The silent muscle thief. Ever heard of inflammaging? It's the slow, hidden inflammation that increases with age, and it's one of the biggest reasons muscles waste away, even when you're eating well and staying active. This kind of inflammation blocks your body's ability to rebuild muscle. A major study from Tufts University found that seniors with high inflammatory markers lost muscle 3 times faster, no matter how much protein or exercise they got. How superagers keep inflammation low. They prioritize high-quality sleep. 7 to 8 hours of uninterrupted dark sleep helps regulate inflammatory hormones. Poor sleep can spike inflammatory markers by up to 40%, which accelerates muscle loss. They care for their gut. Your gut is home to trillions of bacteria that influence everything from immunity to muscle metabolism. Studies from the University of California show a strong link between gut health and reduced systemic inflammation. Emerging research shows that age-related changes in gut bacteria are a major driver of chronic inflammation, which in turn accelerates muscle loss. But here's the good news. People who age exceptionally well take active steps to nourish their gut, and it pays off. How superagers support their gut? They eat a rainbow of plant foods. The goal? Around 30 different plant-based foods each week. This diversity feeds a wide range of beneficial gut microbes, helping to keep inflammation in check. They include fermented foods daily. Think yogurt, kefir, sauerkraut, kimchi, and miso, all packed with natural probiotics that help balance the gut microbiome. They move smart, not just hard. Daily movement is key, but excessive high-intensity exercise can actually spike inflammation in older adults. Superagers typically stick to moderate intensity exercise most days, with short bursts of high intensity just once or twice a week. They eat anti-inflammatory power foods, omega-3s, 2 to 3 grams per day, from fatty fish, or supplements, curcumin from turmeric, polyphenol. Rich foods like berries, green tea, and extra virgin olive oil. A study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that this combination of nutrients could reduce inflammation markers by up to 29% in just 12 weeks. And if you're curious about your inflammation levels, a high-sensitivity C-reactive protein, HSCRP blood test, is a smart place to start. Superagers often have very low HSCRP levels, while the average senior's levels can be 3 to 5 times higher. Habit tip 3. Optimize sleep for muscle recovery. Sleep isn't just about rest, it's when your body repairs and builds muscle. And unfortunately, as we get older, the quality of deep, restorative sleep, called slow-wave sleep, tends to decline. This dip directly affects our ability to recover and build muscle. Why deep sleep matters for muscle. Most of your body's growth hormone, GH, a key player in muscle repair, is released during deep sleep. But poor sleepers produce up to 50% less GH, which means slower recovery and faster muscle loss. A study in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism showed that older adults with higher sleep efficiency had up to 30% more lean muscle mass over 5 years than those with fragmented sleep. How superagers sleep. Smarter, digital sunset, avoid screens at least an hour before bed to help your brain naturally produce melatonin. Consistent sleep-wake time, even on weekends. This keeps your internal clock in rhythm. Evening magnesium routine. Many enjoy a warm Epsom salt bath or take magnesium glycinate to relax the body. Optimize your bedroom. Cool, dark and quiet, ideally under 68 degrees Fahrenheit, 20 degrees Celsius. Wind-down rituals, reading, gentle stretching, deep breathing, or meditation signal to your body it's time to rest. Sleep trackers show that superagers spend 15 to 25% more time in deep sleep, helping their muscles recover faster, their minds stay sharp, and their hormones stay balanced. Habit number 2. Protect your neuromuscular connections. Here's a lesser-known but fascinating fact. Muscle loss often starts in the brain, not the body. Specifically, the neuromuscular junctions, NMJs, the points where nerves connect to muscles, begin to degrade around age 60, weakening the signals that tell your muscles to move and grow. Even with enough protein and exercise, if these nerve connections deteriorate, muscle strength declines. How superagers keep these connections strong. They choose movement that challenges coordination. Activities like Tai Chi, dancing, ping pong, and tennis do more than just burn calories. They boost your brain's ability to communicate with your muscles, which keeps NMJs strong and responsive. A 2020 study in the Journal of Physiology found that older adults who did coordination-focused activities twice a week had 31% better neuromuscular health than those doing standard exercise routines. They supplement with NMJ-supportive nutrients, alpha-lipoic acid, acetyl-L-carnitine, special forms of vitamin B1 like benfotiamine, huperzine A, an extract from Chinese club moss known to support nerve muscle signaling. Habit number 1, progressive resistance training, the ultimate anti-aging strategy. If there's one habit that separates strong, thriving seniors from the rest, it's progressive resistance training. In fact, researchers at Tufts University were astonished to find 80-year-olds with strength levels matching people decades younger. Their secret? Not random exercise, but structured, progressive resistance workouts designed to push their muscles to grow. Why use it or lose it? is more than just a saying. As we age, our bodies need increasing challenges to maintain strength. Light weights, leisurely walking, or water aerobics simply aren't enough to stop muscle loss after 60. Superagers understand that intensity beats duration. They focus on training that increases resistance over time, hence the term progressive resistance. A study from McMaster University found that seniors who train to muscle failure, the point where you can't complete another rep with good form, twice a week built more muscle than those doing moderate workouts 5 times a week. Why training to failure? Works pushing your muscles to their limits triggers powerful growth signals that last for up to 72 hours post-workout. It's not about working out more, it's about working smarter. Superagers also prioritize compound movements, exercises like squats, rows, deadlifts, and presses. These engage multiple muscle groups at once and stimulate stronger hormonal and neurological responses compared to isolated movements like bicep curls. They practice progressive overload, gradually increasing the weight, reps, or intensity to keep growing. Sticking with the same routine leads to stagnation. Superagers track their progress and adjust regularly to avoid plateaus. Why eccentric movements matter? Focusing on the eccentric, lowering phase of an exercise has been shown to improve strength gains, especially in older adults. It increases muscle tension without stressing the joints, making it ideal for longevity training. And it's never too late to start. A groundbreaking study from the University of Alabama found that adults in their 70s who started progressive resistance training gained over 3 pounds of lean muscle and 35% more strength in just 12 weeks. They also improved bone density, blood sugar control, and even cognitive function. Common myth: it's too risky. Many seniors avoid resistance training due to fear of injury or the belief that it won't help, but the opposite is true. Avoiding strength training leads to faster muscle loss, higher risk of falls, and even loss of independence. Start with professional guidance to ensure proper technique and safety. Even 2 30-minute sessions per week can change your life. Mind-muscle connection. The hidden key to strength. Did you know your brain plays a direct role in muscle function? Acetylcholine, a neurotransmitter crucial for muscle contraction, declines with age, but you can boost it. Certain nutrients like huperzine A, acetyl L-carnitine, and benfotiamine, a special form of vitamin B1, help protect the neuromuscular junctions, the connections between nerves and muscles. Superagers also tap into vagus nerve stimulation using simple breathing techniques, such as box breathing. Inhale for 4 counts, hold for 4, exhale for 4, hold for 4. Practicing this for just 5 minutes a day can increase muscle activation by up to 15%. Cognitive challenge equals muscle power. Surprisingly, mental stimulation plays a role too. A Columbia University study found that older adults who regularly engaged in challenging mental tasks like puzzles, strategy games, or learning new skills had superior muscle function. Why? Because the brain and muscles are connected via shared neural pathways. What strengthens one benefits the other. By combining physical training with cognitive and breath-based techniques, superagers maintain strong brain-to-muscle communication well into their 80s and beyond. Final thoughts: you're stronger than you think. These 8 habits aren't just theories, they're real-life strategies used by men and women who are thriving in their 70s, 80s and beyond. While aging is inevitable, decline is not. Whether you're already practicing some of these habits or just getting started, remember this: small, consistent actions compound over time. Pick one habit that feels manageable today and build from there. Your future self will thank you. Action steps. Start resistance training twice a week, with help if needed. Track your progress. Don't let it plateau. Incorporate mind-body practices like box breathing. Challenge your brain regularly to support your muscles. Fuel your body with science-backed nutrients. If this inspired you, give it a like, share with someone who needs to hear it, and subscribe to Health Guide for more practical, science-backed tips to age stronger, not slower. Which habit surprised you the most? Drop it in the comments. We read them all.